welcome back to LAK Sports, and joining me is Woodrow James. Woody is co-promoter and matchmaker for Prospect Fighting Championships, and today we are talking about the PFC 22 on April 25th here in Sarnia, Ontario. So welcome, Woody. Thanks for taking the time, and let's talk about this card.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it. Sarnia, it's been about a year since MMA's been in town. Sarnia always comes to these events. We sell out shit. I don't think we haven't sold out an amateur event here in town. And we have Lenny White. He's a local kid, super popular, very exciting fighter. He's going to be fighting for the inaugural PFC Bantamweight title. He's going to be fighting Shane Mello from Mass in Cambridge. High-level Muay Thai gym, high-level BJJ. So it's a huge fight for the amateur scene, and Sarnia gets it. Just happens to be one of our guys is in the fight. We've got a lot of local guys coming again. Craig McDonald, he's been fighting around here for quite a while, popular. He's taking on a Port Huron kid, Mike Lasky, who's 8-1, 9-1 over in Michigan. Mm-hmm. So close little battle of Port Huron versus Sarnia again. And then we got Hudson Adair, we got Riken Day, Corunna's own Riken Day. We have quite a few local kids that are going to be on the card. Matt McLean, he's Thedford. Pretty excited. We got Ethan Mackin out of Forge. Mm-hmm. I got two kids out of the Ghost House, Abby and Nick. They're going to be Ghost House in Sarnia. So yeah, it's a lot of local talent on the card, and which Sarnia comes out in droves for this kind of shit.
Well, talking about strategy versus opportunity, was it more the strategy just given trying to get the local talent on this card?
No, there's four main gyms here in town, and I'm connected to all of them in a way, like I'm friends with the coaches or the owners. And when they knew I was having a Sarnia show, I'd been telling them for months. We knew the dates, everything. So they've been planning for their team to be on the cards. Mm-hmm. So I guess opportunity. Some guys are busy. There's a few kids that couldn't do it because of work, school, other opportunities going on. So yeah, strategy always have local guys, but mm-hmm. It's the gyms I'm mainly involved in that's making it happen.
So let's talk about the main event. You have Shane Mello and you have Lenny White going for the vacant belt. Let's talk about that. So how did this fight come together, and why did this fight make sense?
Well, Lenny is 2-0-1 at PFC. Mm-hmm. He's on quite the streak. We knew we were coming to Sarnia. Who was most deserving of a title? We're still a new promotion there was a big break in the amateur scene for a while.
Right.
So now that we're back, we're doing titles, and Shane Mello, he's on fire. He's beat all the local guys. He's very good. That's the fight that just made sense. We have a show 2 weeks later in Niagara Falls as well, and we have a number one contender bout on that to face the winner of this. So We're always trying to build the division, and Lenny and Shane are the two local guys are the two fight that make sense here in town.
Well, I think it's gonna be a really great matchup. You got the taller fighter, and you have Lenny, who I think fights and never quits. You have the one that doesn't quit, and you have the one that's much taller and with the length. What can fans expect of this matchup?
They're so fast. Yeah. If you saw Lenny's fights and if you saw Shane's mm-hmm. fights, it's, I don't know, you're going to get a whole lot of action. There's never a boring fight with that weight division. So, I don't know, go back and watch some of the prospect fights with Lenny versus Romain and Lenny versus Mello, and it's fast.
Yeah, and I think a lot of fans are going to be looking forward to it, especially with Lenny fighting. He has a lot of support here. I mean, what makes you think what do you think the support comes from? Is it his character? Do you think it's just the way he fights? Is it just the local area and what we're all about here in Sarnia?
Yeah, he's a local kid, so everyone does support. Purebred is a gym he's out of, Todd Cable, and the fans that guy brings in, the coach himself. So mm-hmm. Lenny, I'm not going to say everyone's not here to see Lenny for support and because of his personality, but you've seen him fight. They're there to see how he fights. He is so good and exciting. It's not a boring fight. So I think that it's a mix of everything, right? Sarnia supports all that shit.
Mm-hmm. And then you
It's a
got
fighting city.
McDonald and Lasky. You already kind of touched upon that. What made you decide to make that the co-main event?
Due to records experience, like Craig just lost in February in London,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the guy he lost to is going to be fighting for our title for the
Mm-hmm.
185
That's
belt
right.
when he's back. Not that this is a number one contender fight as well, but it's a big fight in that division.
Mm-hmm.
So if Lasky 9-1, Craig 4-1 or 5-1, like because this community is so small, I trained with Craig and I trained with Mike at different periods of my life,
Mm-hmm.
and both those guys have beat the shit out of me. This is going to be a good fight. I might be front row watching this specifically because of what they've done to me.
That's right. That's right. Well, I think you're the co-owner and
Well, I'm a lot
promoter,
older
so
now. I'm a lot older now, but it's
so.
funny.
But with Mike being on the border there, did you feel it was important to get the American fighters on here, just given this being a border city?
Well, my history when I started doing this was in Port Huron,
Right.
August 1st, 2008, battle at the border. And that's where if you look at all the mainstays pros in our last generation of Ontario,
Mm-hmm.
they've had either fighters or they've competed themselves on those Port Huron battle at the border shows.
Right.
So the next wave, this is going to be it, but it's on this side of the border now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's nice that they're coming over here. It's not as appealing. I think once you're 21, you don't want to come back to Canada. It's the 19, 20-year-olds that want to come here.
All
So I
right.
got Lasky and his team coming over with a lot of younger kids. There's Hayden, Blake, and there's another guy, Tyler, from a different Michigan gym. And they're all coming over. And one of them's 20. I think Hayden's 20. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's pretty excited to come over and rip the city apart after.
For sure, for sure. And then going back to the main event here, you talked about that with the next card a week or two later. It's going for a number one contender fight. The two guys fighting for that. Have you reached out to them? Have they made plans to maybe come down for the event just to make an appearance to make the storyline a little
No,
bit more exciting?
not for the Sarnia. I believe Shane or Lenny, the winner of that, will be coming to Niagara to watch that fight.
Okay.
Because it's going to be Miko Dusek against Paul Jaworski,
Yes.
two high-level gyms,
That's
Action
right.
Reaction and Niagara Top Team. And it's in Niagara on the Lake, May 9th. Ticket link below.
That's right.
Um, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to put any pressure on Lenny and Shane. They're fighting right now.
Right.
But the winner of that, I'm pretty confident they're going to be attending the Niagara event.
Well, let's just say the two guys fighting for the number one contender, if they wanted to come down to the Sarnia
Oh, they're
event as a
welcome.
spectator, yeah,
Yes, I would hook them up. I would make sure they could be here.
we
But
could
they're in
focus.
training camp right now.
Right.
And I just
Right.
Niagara Falls and then North York. That's the two distance. That's not a Saturday night, 2 weeks out of a fight you want to be doing. Just relax, train at home.
Right.
This division is going to be big, and not just our
Mhm.
show, like all over Ontario. There's a lot of bantamweights. And for those that don't know, Ontario same day weigh-ins. So these guys you're seeing as bantamweights here, they're really pro 125ers.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an exciting division. So Canada
course.
or Ontario specifically is well built for the future in these divisions.
Now, with the weigh-ins, what time are going to be the weigh-ins at?
Weigh-ins are going to 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
So because it's same day weigh-ins, like I just said,
Yeah.
we have to go within 3 hours of the start time. So we do weigh-ins. Doors open at 5. Weigh-ins are at 3 p.m. Doors open at 5, and then the first fight's at 6 p.m. We're keeping the weigh-ins closed to the public this time. We're going to still film it and stuff, but it's more of an in and out. I want to keep it fast paced so that the fighters can go have their lunch, see the doctor, relax before their bouts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sometimes we make it a little hectic, and not this time.
Now, is the weigh-ins going to be at the same venue?
Yes. Yeah. Different room. We don't do it in the same gym, but we do it off to the cafeteria side.
For sure. What's the projections looking like for this event?
Like crowd?
Sorry, yeah, the crowd numbers and how many can the venue hold?
I'd hold 687 total fans, and we're going to sell out. We're under 50 tickets, and those are with the fighters now. And I just got messages on the way here from fighters going, I need more tickets. I need more tickets. So it's the local fighters are the ones hustling the tickets. I haven't personally sold many tickets myself, and that seems to be the key in this.
And let's say if you were talking with first timers that never watched prospect fighting championships, or just not, or just trying to get into the local MMA or the amateur MMA now, what should get them so excited about prospect fighting championships?
Well, I don't want to talk ill will on any other promotions, but my partner Jamie Champion does the best production for
Mm-hmm.
even pro. Even his, we've done Jamie's done many pro shows,
Right.
but our amateur level, he turns it into a night, an event. The
Mm-hmm.
other local shows, it's more just like they show up fight, which we're here to see fights, we're here to see
Of
entertainment,
course.
but the production value of Prospect alone puts us above everyone else. And look at the card I just named. We're obviously it's going to be super awesome to be there. So, but tickets are almost sold out, so you might end up watching it on YouTube if you don't get tickets now.
Mm-hmm. And with everyone going for the titles and the belts, where do you see PFC going throughout the year? And is there plans to come back to Sarnia maybe by the end of the year?
Yeah, we're going to be back in Sarnia late November, early December.
Beautiful.
Yep, nothing's signed yet, but it's pretty much done deal. We're looking at late October, a pro-am. We're going to come back and bring some couple pro fights. The rules changed in Ontario where you can
Perfect.
have two pro fights and the rest amateur on the card, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something that we want to really take advantage of. So I think a more of a GTA Niagara Falls pro-am would make sense, but back for Sarnia, we're going late in the year for an all amateur card again, right before
Excellent.
Christmas.
Excellent. And and with that being said, um, with these guys going for the titles, is there something put into place that they win the belt, and is there something signed where they need to defend it?
No, it's amateur, nothing signed. It's all verbal agreements.
Right.
I want to make the best. I want to see the best for Lenny and Shane. Whatever
Yes.
happens after this fight, the winner and the loser,
Absolutely.
both of them, I want to see when the next opportunity comes. Hopefully, it's on Prospect and one of our other events. We have a show every
Absolutely.
month. I'm not too concerned about Lenny coming back specifically local if he wins, or if Shane, if we go to Cambridge. Just the best opportunities. Amateur is such a niche market, right? That you have to take the opportunities when you can that make sense to build your career stylistic wise.
Hmm.
But I hope Lenny and Shane are both on this card come
Absolutely.
December. So we'll
Absolutely.
see if they're not already pro by then.
Of course. And lastly, and again, where can people find the tickets?
Well, right now, if you're in Sarnia, Blazing Buds on River Road sells tickets. Any fighter on the card has a few tickets left. You can
Okay.
message them directly, some of the names I've said out loud. But event links, which I said earlier, we can put a link on the profile here.
All right.
I'll click there. But again, we're so limited right now. I don't know. Sarnia, you better get on it really quick if you're going to come to Sarnia show.
You might need to throw hands with somebody to win those
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah, that's awesome.
But anyway, what I appreciate you taking the time. And again, for people that don't know, PFC 22, April 25th, Sarnia, Ontario. You do not want to miss it. Get your tickets now. Appreciate your time again.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.